James, first of all, welcome to Cheltenham Town. How are you feeling?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm absolutely delighted to join the club. Obviously, I spoke to Gary last week, and I was delighted to join which is a great club moving in the right direction. And we had a good chat last week, and as I say, I'm delighted to be on board now.
For some of the fans who may not know all about you, give us a little bit of your history.
Yeah, obviously I was at Forest Green last season, which I know the clubs both in rivals, and we're both competing for the league last season. And I was at Mansfield in Cambridge before, so I've had a fair bit of experience in this league and the league above. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the challenge next season, which is in League Two.
You've mentioned it there, we've got to talk about it. You're expecting a little bit of chat from the boys and during pre-season because of your Forest Green links?
Yeah, I think naturally it's going to happen. I'm sure I'll get quite a few messages today once it goes through and it's official, but that's football. Naturally things like that do happen, and you end up coming across people, and I've played with a couple of lads in the team at Cheltenham, so you end up meeting them again further down the line, and as I say, that's part of the journey in football, and I'm delighted to be fully on board now.
You talked about Mansfield. You had experience winning the National League beforehand?
Yeah, we won the league at Mansfield. It was a tough one that season. It was between us and Kidderminster, and yeah, as I say, I've had a fair bit of experience, so it's nice going into next season being in League Two, and moving forward again next season and pushing on.
Signings we've talked about in the past, their desire to work with Gary Johnson, was that something that you were thinking about when you made the deal?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously there was interest elsewhere, but when I spoke to Gary last week, or Gaffer now, we had a good couple of hour chat, and I've heard a fair bit about him, and I was happy with his vision and where the club's moving forward. Obviously I've seen a lot of the team last season, a lot of the players, and there was a special bond there, and I think ultimately that helped the team getting promoted. So I mean, for me to join that team, I know it's quite important that you've got to fit into that team when it's come up from promotion. I've been there before, so I know how important and crucial that is, and as I say, when I spoke to Gary, it was a no-brainer after speaking to him.
You mentioned you've already played with some of the players before, is that right?
Yeah, I've played with Pelly and Wrighty, and then obviously I know quite a few of the lads from playing against them quite a lot over the years.
You mentioned the special bond between this squad. Do you think knowing those two, or knowing some of them, will help you on your first day?
Yeah, obviously, it's like going back to first day at school, going in no matter what club you're at, but you end up joining in with the banter straight away. And I spoke to Pelly, and he said there was a really good banter in the change rooms and good team morale. So yeah, that's quite important. So I'm looking forward to joining in.
Well, congratulations. Welcome to the club once again, and we'll see you during pre-season.
Thank you.